Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Smart Listening Lab. I'm Sara.
And I'm Peter. Today, we have a fantastic episode for all of you who are learning English.
That's right, Peter. We believe one of the best ways to learn a language is through real-life conversations. So, in this episode, we're going to listen to someone talk about their daily routine.
Exactly. We'll not only hear how a typical day looks for one person, but we'll also break down some useful English words and expressions they use.
And to share her daily routine with us, we have a special guest today. Please welcome Zara.
Hi, Sara. Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Welcome, Zara. We're excited to hear about your day. So, could you tell our listeners about your routine from morning until afternoon?
Sure. Well, my day usually kicks off around 7 a.m. I'm not a morning person, so I'm a bit groggy at first. After hitting the snooze button a couple of times, I finally drag myself out of bed and head straight for a strong coffee to jumpstart my day. After that, I get my act together and head out the door around 8:30 a.m. to catch the bus. Once I get to the grind, I usually dive straight into my tasks and try to get through my emails. I'll usually grab a quick coffee break around 10 a.m. and then grab a quick lunch at my desk around 1 p.m.
Wow, Zara used so many great phrases there. Let's focus on those. The first one was kicks off. Peter, I am repeating kicks off. What does kicks off mean?
Kicks off means something starts or begins. For example, the meeting kicks off at 9 a.m. sharp. The party kicks off as soon as the music starts. Our learning session kicks off with a new word.
Great examples, Peter. Next, Zara said she was groggy at first. Peter, I am repeating groggy. What does that mean?
Groggy means feeling tired, confused, or not fully awake. We can also say, I always feel groggy after a long flight. The medicine made her feel a little groggy. After staying up all night, I was completely groggy.
Then she mentioned she has to drag myself out of bed. Peter, I am repeating drag myself out of bed. That paints a picture. What does that idiom mean?
Yes, it does. Drag yourself out of bed means to get out of bed with a lot of effort, usually because you are tired or don't want to. Here are some other ways to use it. Even though it was a holiday, I still had to drag myself out of bed to catch the early train. On cold winter mornings, I always drag myself out of bed. He didn't want to go to the gym, but he dragged himself out of bed anyway.
And she has coffee to jumpstart her day. Peter, I am repeating jumpstart my day. What does that expression mean?
Jumpstart my day means to get a quick boost of energy to start the day. For example, a quick run in the morning helps to jumpstart my day. I need a positive attitude to jumpstart my day at work. She drinks a smoothie every morning to jumpstart her day.
Then she said she gets her act together. Peter, I am repeating gets her act together. What does that mean?
Get your act together means to become organized and focused on what you need to do. Here are some other examples. I need to get my act together and start studying for my exams. He finally got his act together and finished the project. It's time to get your act together and make a decision.
And she has to catch the bus. Peter, I am repeating catch the bus. What does that imply?
Catch the bus means to arrive at the bus stop in time to get on the bus. We can also use catch with other forms of transport. I need to hurry to catch the train. We managed to catch our flight just before the gate closed. He ran to catch the last ferry.
She also mentioned she gets to the grind. Peter, I am repeating the grind. What does that expression mean?
The grind is a casual term for hard, daily work or routine. It's a bit informal. For example, after a long vacation, it was hard to get back to the daily grind. She loves her job, so for her, work is not a grind. The first week of school felt like a real grind.
And she grabs a quick coffee break. Peter, I am repeating, grab a quick coffee break. What does grab mean here?
Grab in this context means to get or take something quickly, often because you don't have much time. We can also say, I'll just grab a coffee on my way to work. Can you grab a pen for me? Let's grab a taxi.
That's a lot of useful vocabulary. Thank you, Zara, for that first part of your day. Now, could you tell us about your routine from the afternoon until you go to bed?
Of course. At 5 p.m., I usually call it a day and make my way back home. Sometimes a friend will drop by for dinner or we'll go out for a movie. Other times, I just want to chill out at home, maybe curl up with a good book before I call it a night around 10 or 11 p.m. I'm usually out like a light as soon as my head hits the pillow.
More excellent expressions. Let's start with call it a day. Sarah, I am repeating call it a day. What does that mean?
Call it a day means to stop working on something for the day. For example, the meeting has gone on long enough. Let's call it a day. It's 6 p.m., so I'm going to call it a day and go home. After hours of studying, he decided to call it a day.
Then, Zara mentioned a friend will drop by. Sarah, I am repeating drop by. What does that mean?
Drop by means to visit someone informally and without a specific invitation. Here are some other ways to say it. My neighbors just dropped by to say hello. Can you drop by the office this afternoon? We dropped by the cafe on our way home.
Next, she said she likes to chill out. Sarah, I am repeating chill out. What does it mean?
Yes, chill out means to relax and do very little. We can also say, after a long day, I just want to chill out on the sofa. Let's chill out at the beach. Don't worry, just chill out.
And she mentioned she likes to curl up with a good book. Sarah, I am repeating curl up with a good book. What does that mean?
Curl up with a good book means to settle into a comfortable, curled-up position to read. For example, on a rainy afternoon, there's nothing better than to curl up with a good book. She loves to curl up with a book by the fireplace. I saw him curled up with a good book on the window seat.
And finally, Zara said she is out like a light. Sarah, I am repeating out like a light. What does that idiom mean?
Out like a light means to fall asleep very quickly and deeply. For example, I was so tired that I was out like a light the moment my head hit the pillow. The baby was out like a light as soon as we put him in his crib. After that long hike, he was out like a light all night.
Thank you so much for sharing your daily routine with us, Zara. You used so many useful English phrases.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you, Zara. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to Smart Listening Lab. We hope you learned some new English words and expressions today.
Make sure to listen to this episode again to practice your listening skills and remember all the keywords and idioms we discussed.
And don't forget to subscribe to Smart Listening Lab for more English learning content. We'll be back soon with another engaging episode.
Thanks for tuning in. Keep practicing, and for more English lessons, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.